What's going on, guys? It's Evil Eddie from Pure EVil MMA, MyMMAnews.com. Checking in with you guys here. Let me cut the music. Cut that mic. Cut the beat. I don't need a clock. I go a cappella. What's going on, guys? So I'm checking in here with you guys, and I'm pretty pissed off. I'm pretty fired up about some of the news that broke this week. And if you've been living under a rock and you haven't been part of the MMA scene, well, there's an app called UFC Fans out there, and it brings a platform to casuals, diehards, and it gives everyone an equal chance to weigh in on who they think is going to win their fights. Well, after 5 years, the UFC is deciding to shut this down after UFC 227. And if this is first news to you, yeah, I feel your pain. I mean, and if you've been listening to Pure EVil MMA, you know that we have the UFC Pickem giveaway that we've been doing this year, and I still got to mail a couple of giveaways out. Everyone should have received at least something at this point, win or lose. But this is coming to a dramatic end. So everyone is messaging me, and they're really upset about this, because what this platform brings to the MMA community is very special. It's connected me with a lot of new people, a lot of new faces. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of giveaways, and this has been going on for the past 5 years. I've met a lot of great people along the way, and for this to be coming to an end is really a slap in the face to a lot of MMA fans out there. That really just, there's no explanation. So we woke up to a message that was really like, pretty much, somebody summed it up perfectly. They were like, the way the UFC put this message was like, pretty much, we're not making enough money off of you guys, so we're going to shut it down. Now, there has been rumors of people going, well, you know, with the ESPN deal, maybe they're going to, you know, mash platforms. But then if that's the case, why are we shutting down after UFC 227? And why not tell us that for these hundreds of thousands of people that are playing along, that are left pretty much in the middle of the desert, stranded here, if they've been a diehard with the UFC Pickem. And if you look at it, this has helped, you know, whether it was UFC Fight Pass building from the start, because you got all these people making their picks. They want to come in first place. They want to win the giveaway or the $25 Amazon gift card, and they're tuning into Fight Pass. They're buying that $7 monthly package so they can tune in, so they can tweet with the other people that are playing along. This is a real punch in the face to a lot of MMA fans. And if you go on Twitter right now, I see a lot of people, part of the Pure EVil MMA family, like Misty B, Wicked Ways, Ann, Mike, Pat, Leslie. I mean, this list goes on. And I'm going to scroll through Twitter just to show you how many people this is really, truly affecting. People are pissed off about this. Misty checking in. This one's good. How UFC and Dana White tell your fans they're closing popular fantasy pick'em. Hashtag keep UFC Pickem. Hashtag keep UFC Pickem. And it's Willy Wonka. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I'm sorry, but you know, this is crushing to so many people out there. James, come on, Wicked Ways. Come on, UFC Dana White, Sean Shelby. Your fans love UFC Pickem. Keep UFC Pickem. You know, and I've been a part of this Pick'em League for so long. Here's the message Barry posted up to share with everybody. It says, Dear fans, after 5 years, UFC Pickem will be ending its run with UFC 227 on August 4th, 2018. You will still be able to see your scores for the following week, in case anyone was worried about that. Thank you to the many thousands who played week in and week out. We appreciate you. We appreciate your skill and dedication. Do you, though? Do you appreciate the skill and dedication? I just don't understand. Does this app cost that much money to keep running? It doesn't make any sense at all. And to put it in a nutshell, if the UFC really doesn't think that this is affecting people's lives, let me put this in a nutshell. Let me put this into perspective for some people out there. Not everyone out there has $4 billion. Not everyone out there is Dana White, Conor McGregor. There's a lot of hardworking people out there that get screamed at by their boss or their boyfriend or their girlfriend, or they got babies to take care, whatever is causing a little stress. I'm not saying that those are stressful things, but whatever is causing stress in their lives. At the end of the week, they know that they can look forward to a UFC Pickem event, to a UFC card, and those people might not have cared. You know what? I guarantee at least 75% of those fans did not care about the first fight of the night before they started UFC Pickem. But once they got engaged, and the awesome thing about this platform is you don't need to know anything about MMA to make your bet and to feel involved and to feel like you have a little bit of pull. Everyone has a fair chance to win. And for those people out there that are stressing out and they're looking forward to engaging with all these people on Twitter or winning that $25 gift card, that could be huge for a lot of people out there. And I feel like it's such a small thing in terms of the way the business is for over the UFC. Now, and like I said, I was trying to put it into perspective with why would the UFC be doing this? Is it because of the ESPN Plus deal? And the thing I don't understand, why wouldn't they tell us, all right, well, here's what's going to be going on. We're going to be switching over to the UFC or the ESPN platform. There's all these different applications, a little confusing. No, we did not get that. We got, dear fans, after 5 years, UFC Pickem will be ending on UFC 227. If it's UFC 227, the ESPN deal is not until next year. It is, so what? You got other platforms out there like Tapology, which is great. You got other platforms out there like Verdict MMA, shout out to them, which is great. But this was under the UFC banner. You could easily go into the App Store, go UFC, boom. You go on Twitter, I'd say about at least 50% of active tweeters, elite MMA tweeters out there, are playing UFC Pickem. They're engaged. This started, at least with me going back, this started even before I started doing like the leagues and the giveaways and all that. I would tell my friends on fight night, I'd be like, guys, listen, this is going to make things so much more fun. So download this application. You don't need to know anything about the fighters. Go through, make your picks, and we can make a league of just everybody at our fight party. The 6 heads, the 7 heads, whatever. Everyone has a fair chance to win. And whoever wins $5 or just bragging rights, really. That adds so much fun. And what's the price of that? Nothing. I just don't understand. Why would you take this platform away? If there was something about the platform that you didn't like, and I'm talking on the UFC's end, I could understand for the people who aren't buying those pay-per-views, they could easily download this app and look at the live results and see how the fight's playing along, but it's not the same thing. But yeah, it is giving away a little bit of the information, but not much. I'm so lost here. I'm literally at a loss for words. So let's scroll through Twitter and see how many people this is truly affected. I tweeted this out. Let's see, 13 hours ago. I said, I'm very upset with the UFC Elite for shutting down the UFC Pickems, along with a bunch of Instagram and Facebook accounts that promote our sport and educate others on this amazing scene. That's another thing. Robin Black. Listen, if you don't know who Robin Black is, check him out. He does some amazing breakdown videos. He was from the Fight Network, Canadian. Great guy. He's been on Schaub's show, Rogan's show. I'd be surprised if you don't know who Robin Black is. His fucking account got shut down on Facebook. My account got shut down on Instagram. The shit that I share on Instagram is my own content, and I work day in, day out promoting the sport, getting fans engaged, pumped up, fired up, using my own money to do giveaways just so I can bond at the end of the week with some fans and get away from the madness that is surrounding me here outside the studio walls. Everyone has a little chaos going on in their lives, and sports, whether it was baseball, NFL, NHL, it's a bonding experience. You guys heard me say this so many times. Back in 1997, how many people would you see families bring their families, their kids, their wives or whatever, to baseball games? In 2018, you are seeing full families, from little kids to adults to grandparents. I brought my grandfather to a Muay Thai event when he had hip surgery a couple weeks ago. He could not sit down. He was on his feet the entire time. In 2018, I've been seeing a huge increase with combat sports and people going to these live events, supporting the scene. It's clicking in. It's finally clicking in. And it may not be showing in the numbers, but you also have to realize that, there are more events, there are more promotions out now, and there are also more ways to illegally stream these events. You also have to remember there's places like Buffalo Wild Wings, which are packing the place. So that one pay-per-view buy, there's really 150 people watching. Or, there might be only 700,000 or 300,000 pay-per-view buys, but in reality with the illegal streams, it's probably over 1 million. Look at Maymac. They said, 10 million pay-per-view buys or whatever, but in the reality, there was like 100 million illegal live streams going on. Everybody I knew was watching Mayweather McGregor. Whether you loved it or hate it, that helped boost our sport. This whole Brock Lesnar thing, whether you love it or hate it, it's going to help boost our sport. Why are you going to take away a platform that is getting people to bond and unite? And if you look at the numbers on UFC Pickem, how many people are involved in playing this and are engaged and excited week to week? You can easily just go on Twitter right now and just use hashtag UFC Pickem. And let me say this. If you're on board with this, if this pisses you off, like it's pissed me and a lot of my MMA family off, you need to use hashtag keep UFC Pickem. Follow everyone out there using this. You need to speak up. You need to tag Dana White. You need to tag Sean Shelby. You need to tag the UFC. You need to tag as many people and fighters as you, without being annoying to the fighters. Bug the shit out of Dana and whoever you want on the elite. Show them, tell them what this application means to you. I don't think they realize, in their heads, they just think, oh, it's just, the shitty app that we're paying, $1,000 to run every month, which, educate me on that. How much money do you think, if there's any, web designers or people that are educated on this topic, let me know, how much would it be to run an application like this month to month or year to year? When I first started this, I thought the UFC does like all these giveaways. I've seen people like Minion McGrunin become the #1 Pick'em winner in fucking France. Now, there's not many people out in France that are interested in mixed martial arts UFC, but UFC Pickem is helping that. The UFC, they don't realize how many people this application has touched and motivates to even watch a lot of the fights they didn't think were interesting beforehand. And this has happened to me a couple times. There's been times when I've gone on my UFC pick and I'm checking out who's on this lineup. And I've never seen a couple of the names before. And I pick up and they win a couple of points for me. And then I see them again, 3 months down the road, once again on the card. There's a bond there. There's something that's interesting me, being like, maybe I should reach out and follow this guy on social media. Maybe I should do a little bit more research on some of his past fights. It's educating fans a little more, or getting them a little bit more familiar with some of these fighters on the prelims. Let's scroll through Twitter a little bit more and see how many people this has touched. Albin at Spinnin' Alb. Well deserved. Maybe he's not using the fucking hashtag the right way. How about changing your mind about ending UFC Pickem and keeping them for us fans to carry on enjoying? Die Melon. Let's get this poll running, people. We gotta save UFC Pickem. I mean, just look at all these people. Misty B. When UFC sees you love Pickem. This is just so unfortunate, and I'm just at a loss for words. This is a good one. So Misty got this meme. Dirty UFC Boise using hashtag keep UFC Pickem, and it's a car on the freeway, and the sign above it says, "Go straight to keep loyal fan base happy, or taking this immediate right to habitually decide to close Pickems." And the car's like, this does not make sense. And especially, okay, if this application's $5,000 for a month, you just sold the company for how much? You were paying the fighters at a minimum of how much? I just don't understand. I really just don't understand this. Does anybody have answers to this? Let me see what you guys are even saying on the live chat here, on the live stream here. Like, I've seen so many people reach out to me, literally just literally furious at the fact that the UFC is closing UFC Pickem. Let's see here. Furious at the fact. All right, so. All right, here's what we got. Check it in. We got Stewie Griffin. Squeak, 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 motherfuckers. Kerry Scroggins, bro, Iceman here. This is a major part of my life and is extremely disruptive. I've been playing this game for so long. I played before they changed formats 5 years ago. So listen, Iceman, this is somebody who's an actual elite in the UFC Pickem League. He came in at the top 10 in the world last year for UFC Pickem. Without this platform, I mean, that is such a driving force. If you were being successful at something, even if it's just this little application, which the UFC elites don't think that much of, the happiness that it is bringing so many fans across, not just the United States, not just Mexico, not just Canada, this sport is worldwide. That's another reason why I love this sport. You're learning so much about different cultures and languages and realizing that everyone can take a punch just as much as the next person. We are more alike than we are dislike. We are more alike than we are different. That's what I've really been learning about this sport. And I hope that more people are learning about this. But that's beside the fact that the happiness that is bringing to a lot of these people, or motivation to look deeper into educating themselves on who these upcoming fighters are so they can get the, that UFC bonus, underdog bonus to win those points. Like I said, Iceman came in first place throughout the year. Multiple times. He is actually in the lead for our giveaway league for Pure EVil MMA. This is a big part of my show. This is a big part of my platform. This is a big part of the chat room. This is a big part of my weekend, week out. I am at a loss for words. This is so confusing because with the email that we all received was we had no answer to. Like, why are you shutting down Pickem? There is no actual reason given. And even if they go over to the ESPN platform, that's great. Tell us that. And why stop this at UFC 227? That is in a couple of weeks here. That is coming up very quick. You are letting us, this is like their 2-week fucking notice. Checking out on us once again. And like I was just mentioning, I don't know who the whistleblower is out there who is, reporting Robin Black, who has very educational videos out there, educating a lot of people in the sport. Ending my Instagram account, all these, UFC meme accounts out there that crack people up on the daily. Like, is the UFC jealous that these people are getting these views? What it's really doing, guys, is promoting our sport. It is raising interest. You know what? When I was just at my family's, or at my birthday party, we had a combined birthday party. It was my birthday, which was recently June 14th, my grandmother's, which was June 9th, and then Father's Day. So we had this big family party. My family knows what I do, whether they're like, oh, you still cover WWF or whatever. Whatever. They know when I show up, they have something for me to be like, oh, did you see? And this week, this was cool. This week they go, oh, did you see that guy, Matt Serra, that held down that drunk guy at the bar? I was blown away they knew who Matt Serra was. I was blown away that they saw this. How did they see this? Because these accounts out there that are sharing these short little video clips, they're not making money off of it. And if they are, there's ways to fix that where they won't. And they will just promote the sport. I don't understand what this, it's literally like the UFC fan apocalypse right now. That's how I truly feel. They're shutting down all these platforms, and they're expecting us to pay more money. That's the thing that's really pissing me off. We pay for UFC Fight Pass. Now we have to pay for ESPN Plus, Bellator. Yeah, we were pissed off that you were doing these cards and they weren't live. We couldn't watch them. That didn't mean we wanted to pay an extra $7 a month to watch Bellator cards. Come on. What don't you get? What? I'm literally at a loss for words. I'm tongue-tied and twisted. And then you see people like Dana White bashing Brendan Schaub, and I'm going to be talking about that on my podcast. And if this is the first, I've realized that I have a lot of new subscribers, and if you're coming over from Kobe's channel, the MMA Holes, or wherever you are on YouTube or iTunes, Spotify, yes, we're now on Spotify, Podbean, wherever you're checking this out and hearing this. I will be discussing all the latest headlines, especially this Brendan Schaub versus Dana White thing, and my view on that. But honestly, I just feel like it's a real attack on all these people that are only thing they're doing is promoting the sport. Listen, Ariel Helwani, whether you love him or hate him, whether you think what he did at UFC 200, breaking that news, was wrong or right, what this guy does and how he lost his job for promoting other organizations outside the UFC, what was that, 2 years ago? The dude is just promoting our sport, period. Period. And the UFC wants to shut him down. You know, it's very easy to get distracted and frustrated. I have a lot of friends that, like I said at the beginning of this rant, I have a lot of friends that when we do our pay-per-view cards and we'd have these fight parties and we download UFC Pickem. This is how I started UFC Pickem. This is how I got into it and educated and fired up and wanted to reach out to the Twitter universe and start these leagues and do these giveaways. We would do these fight parties and a lot of my friends would get really frustrated, whether it was at the judging, that, oh, this shit's rigged, or you know, having to pay $70 every 2 weeks with the pay-per-view platform, which hasn't been working lately for the UFC, even though they are doing more cards. And there were a lot of people getting frustrated and they want to give up. It's hard to give up, though, when you show back up to that fight party and everyone's watching these fights and we're all getting along and we're excited about fight to fight, even though we don't know much about, you know, who these two guys are and their debut. We know we got this guy, second round knockout. You know, and it just adds this whole new element to, it really builds a fun cake for everybody. It really does. And to take that away from everybody, it's going to leave a lot of people dead inside. Seriously. You think it's a joke. And you might be watching this and you've never played Pick'em and you think, man, what is he talking about? Go look and use hashtag Keep UFC Pickem and just look at how many people out there this is affected. Let's just go to the top here. Let's go to the top and let's go to most recent. Let's see, latest. So that is late. Let's go to the top tweets here. It's just so frustrating because it's really been an apocalypse lately. They're just killing everyone that is having a good time and promoting our sport and trying to convince other people that are watching, you know, soccer and NFL and NBA. Listen, Kobe, I talked about this briefly before. Kobe from Kobe's Corner shut his channel down because he got didn't shut his channel down, but he took an immediate hard left, steering a little away from the MMA scene because there are just so many things going on in the scene right now that are just like, what the fuck? Is this real? Is this real? Is this reality? Why? There's just so much going on in the scene right now that just doesn't make sense, and it's very frustrating. So anyone out there that's still holding on with any bit of hope, stick with us here. We will figure this out soon enough. But what you need to do is speak up. We have a platform on Twitter. Go look at how many people out there, you know, and this is the only time I will ever shout out trolls ever. Look at the trolls out there, these complete no-ones, or, you know, excuse my French for taking a little aggression out on some of these trolls that have pissed me off in the past, but I'm going to give you props for this. These complete no-ones that are sitting on their fucking couch eating Cheetos and swearing at people who are successful. You know, like at Rashad Evans. Rashad Evans goes to his Twitter, and he's being affected by those people ranting off, telling him that he's worthless. Like, even though he's not worthless, and he's a former champion, he's accomplished greatness in his life. That one tweet saying, "Oh, you'll never be champion again," that reaches him. Even though that pisses me off, and I wish that motherfucker never tweeted it, it reaches him. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook is a platform that gives us power to spread our voices. So use hashtag Keep UFC Pickem. Tweet along with Misty, Wicked Ways, Barry, Leslie, Pat, myself. We need answers. We need a direction to go. You know, and Tapology out there is probably, this is a huge win for us. And that's probably where we will move. We will probably migrate towards Tapology come UFC 227 if we do not get answers for this. And that's awesome. That is amazing for Tapology. That is going to be thousands and thousands of new followers and new people playing along on Tapology. That's great. But the UFC is losing that. Like, this is, I don't get it. I don't get it. And if I had the opportunity to do a UFC Pickem of my own and create an application of my own, just like this, just like UFC Pickem, I would, because I see the happiness that it brings people. And that little window of happiness could mean the world to somebody having a shitty Friday night or a shitty Saturday night. They know, after being screamed at or fired or stepping in dog shit as they walk in their house or whatever, they know they can easily open their phone, turn on the fights. They don't even have to turn on the fights. They can just open their phone and open the Twitter app and engage with thousands of fans out there that are eager to just take in all these moments that we've been having in this amazing sport of mixed martial arts. In the past 5 years that this UFC Pickem has started, just go back, rewind all those amazing moments that we have watched and witnessed and were a part of because we were playing along with UFC Pickem. We were rooting for the underdogs. And it's all going to be gone come UFC 227. How does that make you feel? I've shared how that has made me feel. I've shared how that has made a lot of my MMA family feel. Now it's up to you guys to go out there, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is. Fucking put it on your Tinder account. Just put it out there. And make sure you tag Dana White, who's sitting on millions of dollars. And it would be nothing to him or somebody from WMEIMG to just put down the money or whatever it is. Like, I'd be shocked if it's more than a couple $1,000s a month. I would be shocked if it's even that much. This is a huge loss to the MMA community. Huge. And I'm still trying to take it all in and make sense of it all. But we still have got no answers. I'm looking at Twitter and I'm showing you guys some of the tweets here. We haven't seen one response from any elite. We haven't seen... Shout out to Sergeant Laughter for this one. Leave UFC Pickem alone! Like, come on. The happiness that this brings alone is enough for somebody that sees this video or sees how this unites this many people just to keep this platform alive. What does it take? What do we need to do to keep this platform alive? I'm not having it. I felt it was so necessary to reach out and do this video because it's literally hurting people around me that I know, that I have grown close with because I bonded with them on this app. This app was, I remember the night Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald was around. People at my fight party had no fucking idea who either of these two were. I did. I didn't put my money on Rory, I put my money on Robbie. But Rory was this close to winning. And for those people that picked Rory that night, they were at the edge of their seat because that was their boy that night. That was going to get them the bragging rights or to win the lucky pot at the end of the night. We have sit and watched and enjoyed so many amazing fights. And for that, I will thank UFC Pickem for giving us this platform. But we want you guys to know, whoever's in charge over there at UFC Fans app and UFC Pickem, this is the worst thing that you could have done in a time where the MMA community really needs something to hold on to. We have seen and put up with a lot of shit trying to hold on, and I've tried to make sense of it all with people like this Brock Lesnar thing, the CM Punk thing. I try to wrap my head around and be like, I understand why they're doing that. Here's why. Even though it's like, a little cringy at times, I understand why they're doing it. But I do not understand this at all. I have no answers for it. I am truly upset. I am not putting on... This is pure emotion. You're tuning into Pure Evil MMA. And without purity, there's no evil. Remember that. And we are a community here in the MMA scene, especially on Twitter, Instagram. I've met a lot of amazing people. And if you're watching this video right now, I really am asking you to tag Dana White, tag UFC, tag Sean Shelby, tag the elite of the elite, the corporate ladder, tag, Ben Affleck owns a piece of the pie. We got Late Show with fucking Colin, I can't remember his name. Tall, skinny, red comedian. Wow. I watch him daily, and I can't remember his name because I'm so ticked off right now. He owns a piece of WMEIMG. These are fucking millionaires. If they tag them in this video, just to show them how many people this is affecting. So use hashtag KeepUFCPickem. And I really like Sergeant Laughter's tweet here. Use hashtag Leave UFC Pickem alone. I am going to end it on that note with a smile, guys, because I don't want to walk away from here not smiling. But I don't want to walk away knowing that I didn't at least say my piece on this. So I hope I did it some justice. And we'll get through this, guys. We'll get through this. We'll figure this out. And don't worry, we're still going to be doing giveaways. And like I said, if you have not received your giveaway yet, I'm pretty sure I've sent something to everybody. And some of the people who've even won 5 times, you guys have mugs on the way. I've DM'd you. I think there's about 9 days left on this campaign. And as soon as that ends, it will be shipped out to you. I've had an amazing time. I've sat and witnessed some amazing fights at the edge of my seat. I've tweeted out some amazing winners who it's made their night, knowing that they won, and I'm gonna say their name on the podcast during the recap. This has brought a lot of joy, and now closing, it's gonna bring a lot of confused fans, a lot of people who feel lost. I feel like we're just gonna be stranded in the middle of the desert, and the UFC and their corporate suits are just they don't get it. They don't get it. I really hope I put this in a nutshell for you guys. I'm Evil Eddie from Pure EVil MMA, my MMA news.com. White knuckles to the end. Behave yourselves.